My boy Light Raider never gets any love whatsoever, but I guess at least we got Sand Wraith. Hello there guys, and welcome back to another Monster Super League video. Today we're going to be actually doing a re-gem, or a how to gem Sand Wraith, but I've already done one for Sand Wraith a long time ago. But we've had a new upgrade since then. We, instead of gems, just gems, we now have trinkets. So I wanted to do a re-review now that we have trinkets. Now that Sand Wraith, like, I've seen his skills, I know him pretty well. He's a pretty solid unit overall, but now I want to check him after everything. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go to the fire one. Also, I will say, just as a quick note, Sand Wraith is pretty worth getting, so just want to let you know. So we have Sand Wraith, Clay Revenant, and Alluvium Hollow. Alright, so the fire one is a defender with 22k HP, 2k attack, 2.9k defense, 1.5k recovery. His skills are attack down 60% 2-turn, and expose weakness 2-turn, and death blow as his leader. When the fire Sand Wraith is fully bugged, he gets an extra 10% on the attack down, so he becomes a 70% attack down for 2 turns with exposed weakness. This is actually really good for Titans. So the fire Sand Wraith, if you don't have any debuffers for your Titan teams, you can go ahead and build him. You can build 2 of him as Evil 3. He's very tanky. You can just build him HP defense or HP defense. Or you could, I guess if you really wanted to, you could also build him HP attack defense, honestly, and just throw some trinkets on him. But he is a debuffer. He's meant to stay alive as long as possible. He doesn't really need trinkets since he's a defender. He could go HP defense and probably tank pretty well. I guess with trinkets he'll get more HP, so he'll take some bigger hits at the latest, at the highest level Titans. Plus he has that crit damage lead for all fire allies, which is really good. So if any Shinobis or any Wukongs or any Courageous Strikers is on that row with them, he is providing a lot of damage for your Courageous Striker. So it's really good as a variant too. It's not a bad variant lead if you don't have a defense lead or an HP lead and you want to do more damage. Alluvium Fire Hollow, pretty dang good. I'm probably gonna build 2 of him later on because I do want to start using more crit damage leads on my Titan setups, and I think an attack down would be really nice actually with that. So I think I might stick him with, like, on the left side with like Poseidon and Alluvium. So Alluvium Hollow, Poseidon, maybe like Fire Pixie, and then I'm trying to think of another unit I could use. I guess I would have to use the defense now. I guess you could use Fire Yuki too. Fire Yuki also has a crit damage lead, but I mean, he works pretty well if you need an attack down. So, alright, let's see the water one. Oh yeah, and he's good on a life set, protection set. He doesn't really need a conviction set for Titans. If anything, I guess you could give him a gem of healer set, so in case he doesn't get that heal off, he at least heals himself off each turn. I guess you could do that. That's like the only real thing. But life set or protection set, you're pretty good. He doesn't really need a set. He's broke. You can build him on a broken set, he'd be fine. Doesn't even need resist or crit rate because the wood Titan is not even that hard. Yeah. So let's go ahead and where is the water one? Wait, did I skip the water? No, here he is. Alright, so here we go. The water, oh, I like the variant. So the water one is actually a pretty nice of a unit. So Alluvium Hollow, balanced unit, 23k HP, 2.3k attack, 2.3k defense, 1700 recovery. He has the skills Unflinching Strike, critical hits increase attack power in proportion to the target's maximum HP, so it's like a weaker Courageous Strike. He does need 100% crit to activate this though. And then for his active, he also has Vengeance. The thing that makes him really useful in Titans is the death blow on him, because you can combine him with like 100% Ruin Set Siegfried, Water Siegfried, or a Water Sparkit. He's gonna do a lot of damage. My friend had a setup, Fumoku, he had a setup like this, and he would have his Sparkit just do like 16-17 mil damage whenever he had his Alluvium Hollow on that row. He just did a lot of damage. He eventually replaced it with a Variant Water Indra, but I mean, Variant Water Indra is pretty rare. So if you don't have one, you can always use this guy, and he's pretty good. This is a solid amount of damage. I think I just remember seeing him do like at least 4 or 5 mil damage. So you would build him, since he is a courageous or not an unflinching striker, you want to build him attack crit rate. If you put max trinkets on him, like 4-star rare max trinkets, like they're all leveled up, you should be able to tank any hits quite easily. He should be able to provide a lot of solid damage for your team. And honestly, just building 2 of him would be really good on either left side or right side. Either side, I think it'd be fine to put him on, depending. I guess wherever your courageous strikers are, you want to put him with there. If you don't have too many courageous strikers, you could throw him in there over a courageous striker. Well, no, not over a courageous striker. But if you don't have anything on one side or the other for damage, you can put 2 of him, and he's pretty solid of the unit. You want to put him on a ruin set. If you don't have a ruin set, you can put him on a valor set. You can throw him. This is the fire titan we're talking about. So I guess if you're putting him in front row, you don't want him to get sapped. So you might want to put some resist on him. So maybe like a conviction set or something, so he doesn't get hit with that sap as often. That way, if he's on a conviction set with a trinket and then his own base 20%, he should have at least 50% resist. So it'd be really good against the front row fire titan. So you could use him, and that's how you would build him. You could, if you feel like he's not surviving, you could build him attack, defense, crit rate, or you can build him HP, attack, crit rate. I think with trinkets, it's better to build him attack, defense, crit rate. So if you have trinkets on him, attack, defense, crit rate's the way to go. And then he just gets more damage with his books. So let's go ahead and look at the wood one. The wood one, Alluvium Hollow, is a tank with 31k HP, 1900 attack, almost 2.1k defense, 1400 recovery. He has a lot of HP for a 3-star. He has double seal. When he's fully bugged, he gets 15% extra on both seals. So 85% seal on the first one and 75% seal on this active. I think against the current water meta, I think wood aluminum hollow wouldn't be a bad choice. If assuming that a lot of the water units are probably on pugilist sets or gem appealer sets, I think he wouldn't be a bad unit to run. If you don't really have many PvP units and you're looking for like a wood PvP unit to use on offense, you wouldn't really be too good on defense because fire dragons would just destroy him. But if you want to use him on offense and you want to have a sealer to help you seal against the enemy, he might not be too bad of a choice. You would build him HP defense. You want to make use as much of that. HP as possible, and you probably want to put him on. I guess if it's PvP, you want to put him either in a conviction set, a pugilist set, or just life or protection. If you don't have either one, you want to put him with a lot of resist to make sure he doesn't get stunned. He is a sealer. He's meant to seal the enemy. It's great against sealing like the water. If you can land a seal on a water Persephone, it'd be really good because that way she won't get her heal, especially if she ever gets like, if she's fully booked. If you land that seal, really nice. But again, this is probably more for early on PvP. Later on, I feel because of his stats, he would just get destroyed very easily. So only early on PvP, he's really good. He might be good later on. I might test him. I don't know. I love PvP. I might want to test them out a little bit in PvP. I have been curious. I do have a wood one. I never did level 60 him, but he is Evil 3. He is variant, I think 5 or 4. And I do want to build him at some point and just test them out. So wait, I think I skipped the light one because they're more at the top. And here we go. The light one. Here we go. The light alluvium hollow. So the light one is a tank with 37k HP, 2.4k attack, 2.2k defense. Now, the problem with this guy is he's also unflinching strike with 100% crit, so you need to build him attack crit rate for him to land that unflinching strike. The problem is he doesn't have too much damage because he's a tank. However, I feel like early on in Titans, if you need some damage against the Dark Titan, bringing 2 of this guy wouldn't be too bad actually. Plus you also get that crit damage lead. I mean, there's other things in the light lineup that have crit damage leads, but I think if you don't have anything and you're starting off early on, he's pretty solid of a unit, honestly. And honestly, I have 4 of him. I was planning on building 4 of him for Titans at some point. I never got a chance to do it. I completely forgot because at the time I was getting kind of tired of I was getting a little like just a little bored of the game because there wasn't really anything coming out at the time. I think that was like the only thing, so I didn't get a chance to build him. But he does seem like he'd be pretty decent at Titans with trinkets on. He'd be fine. Attack crit rate. He doesn't need any defense. He's already a tank. He already has a good amount of HP. For sets, I guess if you don't have anything, put him. If you don't have any good courageous strikers, put him on a ruin set, and you can put him on a valor set. This is the Dark Titan he's gonna be fighting, so maybe a little bit more defense or life, a little bit more like a life set or protection set would be good for him. So yeah, he's good for that. And let's look at the dark one, which is everybody's favorite. The dark one is really nice, and Guys, trust me when I say this, you should definitely try to build at least 2 of these guys. So, this guy, he's an attacker with 26k HP, 3.4k attack, almost 3.4k attack, 2.4k defense, 1700 recovery. He has SP Siphon. This is the best part, no crit requirement to do the SP Siphon. And then he has his active, which is Preserve, increases attack as each turn passes. It's a really strong attack that after 8 turns does a lot of damage. So if he survives for a long time, he's really good in PvP. But what most people usually build him for special PvP week, I've been noticing, is they build him attack, defense, crit rate. That way they're running like a shielder, so they're running something like Light Venus or like Dark Cupid. They bring a shielder, he gets that shield, he's able to tank some damage because of that attack, defense, crit rate. He does really good. He SP siphons whatever the hidden mon is, and that's just it. He slowly over time, if he survives, he's gonna do a lot of damage. So you build him attack, defense, crit rate on a ruin set. You would build him just on a ruin set because he does a lot of damage on the ruin set. You can put him on a valor set, you can put him on a conviction set. This is PvP. Valor set's also fine. Definitely try to get him on a ruin set. I feel like he does a lot more. You can build him attack, crit rate if you wanted to do more attack, or I still feel like attack, defense, crit rate is the way to go. You could build him HP, attack, crit rate. I think he'd be fine if you don't have a shielder, but he does, if you want them to like 100% survive. Also remember, SP Siphon goes through shields, so it's very useful of a mod. He's very good. Solid mod. Some people run 2 of him, some people run him on defense, and he does really well. I have 4 of him. I'm gonna use him for CBC eventually, so because he's a great unit to have control over the fight. So that's it for the trinket, or not the trinkets. That's it for the Illuvium Hollow or the Sand Wraiths. I will see you guys again next time in the next video. In the next video for the How the Gems, I'm probably gonna do Wildfang. I feel like Wildfang is something that people have been asking me to do. I'll see you guys again later.